I mean, what's the availability of finance like, Matt? I'll go with you. I mean, what's the sort of, how are you finding banks when it comes to raising capital for the purpose of an acquisition, if in a trade sale scenario?
Yeah, look, I think that I don't think that there's massive problems with that at the moment. I think there is some conservatism that's sat there for the last sort of year. Um, but I think for good assets and more importantly good customers, there's certainly that availability there. Now, whether that's always the banks though, or then you move into the sort of shadow banking industry and private equity capital and private capital, etc. I mean, I think if you put all those together, especially sort of at that mid-market and above, which is easy to access that non-bank finance, then there absolutely is the capacity there. In saying that, once again, the same as we talked about now, vendors have to dress up their business for sale and do the proper things. Purchasers as well have to be able to very articulately put their finance application together, etc. And look, from where I sit, where that sometimes falls over is once again businesses that don't want to take advisors on that know what they're doing in that, and then it gets a whole lot harder to access that capital. But certainly for the right opportunities, we're seeing there is appetite there for capital. Interesting enough, we had some assets in the event space last year that we dressed up as quite a big player. And we sold them. And when we sold them, that was the access to finance and all was a little bit under pressure. We actually negotiated a term sheet as in effect the vendor with an external financier that obviously wasn't binding, but was able to be given to potential purchasers, along with the IM, etc.,
Wow.
which made the sale of those assets easier because we gave them a financing solution if they wanted to take it. Now, it turned out the people we ended up selling it to didn't take advantage of it, but it certainly helped competition in selling those assets, which obviously drove up the price somewhat.